Hey, it's a Humble Collector here. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the 4-panel death card of Eduard Zellner. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. So looking at panel 1 here, we have Jesus, Good Shepherd, have mercy on us. My Jesus, have mercy, which is an indulgence of 300 days each time, is laid out by Pius X on May 20th, 1911. And moving to the interior, this is a very special card. We have a lovely full panel photo of Edward here taken in the field. And as you can see, he has his arm on what appears to be the door with the window rolled down of a truck of some kind. This is insanely rare. I've been collecting death cards for, since 2017, around there. And I've looked at quite literally thousands, possibly tens of thousands of cards, auctions over the years, probably closer to tens of thousands. But this is one of very few cards I've seen with a vehicle in the photo. I've seen maybe one or two others where there's like a, not a Kubelwagen, but one of those other like smaller Jeep type cars that the Germans used. I can't remember the name right now. But yeah, super, super rare. And also, as we can see here, Edward is wearing his EKII. Now, that might not seem very odd because we see the EKII ribbon a lot. But the thing is, you would only ever wear the actual EKII dangling down like that for the actual like award ceremony. And then you put it away and you just wear the ribbon in your buttonhole. So very likely, this photo was taken in the field right after the ceremony when Edward was awarded his EK2. Makes sense, right? He just got this award. The Iron Cross was very highly regarded by the Germans. And, he wanted a photo to commemorate the occasion, must have sent it back to his family, and they chose to use it for his card. Super cool. Like I said, you just don't see these really at all. He gave his life for his fatherland. Prayer memorial to Eduard Zellner, master baker's son from Schonau, Unteroffizier in an infantry regiment, bearer of the Iron Cross Second Class, who died a heroic death for his fatherland on January 24th, 1942, at the age of 30, after being shot in the heart during the fighting in the East. R.I.P. I did actually find a casualty record for Edward. He was born on September 14th, 1912, in Schonau, and was a member of the 3rd Company of Panzer Jager Abteillung 251, part of the 251st Infantry Division. And he would be killed by a gunshot to the chest at Krutiki near Rzhev. So that tracks what we have up here. Shot in the heart. Casual record says he was shot in the chest. That all lines up. And I do actually have a book for the 251st. It's a bit smaller than a lot of the other unit histories I have. Die Hessische Thüringische 251st Infantry Division, Wir dem Zweiten Weltkrieg von Jägers und Gejagten by Karl Wilhelm Maurer. And unfortunately, there really wasn't a lot for around the time of Edward's death. Really, all the book says is that at the time there was a Soviet breakthrough near Rzhev. The 251st Infantry Division was pushed in to try to stop that, and it was in the fighting there that Edward would be killed. And moving to the bottom of the card here. In the hot battle in enemy territory, you were struck by a mortal wound. Your loved ones in your homeland were hit hard by the bitter news. You died a heroic death for your fatherland, my love. You bravely and with a valiant heart earned yourself heaven's reward. And moving to panel 4 here, we have probably one of my favorite prayers and panels that you'll see on German death cards. Look down upon me, good and gentle Jesus, while before your face I humbly kneel, and with burning soul pray and beseech you to fix deep in my heart lively sentiments of faith, hope, and charity, true contrition for my sins, and a firm purpose of amendment. While I contemplate with great love and tender pity your 5 most precious wounds, pondering over them within me, and calling to mind the words which David your prophet said to you, my Jesus. They have pierced my hands and my feet. They have numbered all my bones. And at the very bottom, plenary indulgence for the deceased, applicable after worthy confession, communion, and prayer before an image of the crucified, according to the decree of the Holy Father Pius IX, decreed on 31st July, 1858. So yeah, overall, super, super cool card. This is probably one of the favorites in my collection. Just everything about it's really cool. So in the collection, the closest cards I have to this, I have a card for a soldier with his horse, actually. Again, I think I mentioned it actually in just the last video. The German army had a lot of horses during World War II. And it's something we don't hear about a lot because, all the propaganda footage we have mainly features tanks and trucks, things like that. But yeah, just super cool. And then I do have a World War I death card for a bicycle soldier, a soldier that was in a bicycle platoon. And he's actually posing in the photo with his bicycle, which I also think is very cool. But yeah, so hypothetically, there probably is a death card out there where the soldier is posing with a tank or maybe an artillery piece, a heavy machine gun. I have never seen one. If you have, please let me know. I'd love to take a look at it. But yeah, I mean, there were millions of German casualties during World War II, tens, if not hundreds of millions of death cards still in existence. So somewhere out there, probably sitting in somebody's attic, there's probably a card like that. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you. Thank you all for watching. Happy collecting, and I will see you all again very soon.